Now we want to look at comparing nulls in where clauses. So where an expression either is null or is not null. So the detailed syntax would actually be where expression is null, the case doesn't matter, or where expression is not null. It's just easier to type it in lowercase. So you could substitute, say, where a column name, whatever it is null, or column name is not null, or even just a single value or text string. It doesn't really make any difference what you're doing and how you're doing it at this stage. Let's look at examples. This is the most important aspect in these movies, is to show you how this stuff works visually. So let's take these three examples. First of all, I actually want to look at select star from the category table. I just want to show the initial data set. Here's the category table. Now looking at the next query, I'm going to pull out rows that have parent ID is null. In other words, we're looking for null valued parent IDs. There's 4 rows here. If I scroll down, I don't see any more. So what I should get from this query is just those 4 rows. And obviously I can pull individual columns. And actually I can even pull the data from this table and ignore the column that I have the null check on. So in this case, I'm pulling the category and the name, but I'm not pulling the parent, but I'm still checking the parent. And here's another table that has some null values in, the show table. The show table has 2 null dates. If I go and look at the entire data set from show, I left out the from clause, select star from show, I'm going to find a few null show dates. Well, 2 to be exact, and if we scroll down, there's 1. Scroll down again, there's another one. I don't see any more off the top of my head. And once again, we can verify that we're sorting, which once again is in a later movie. So let's take this information here and copy it back so we have it in your work file, because I've adjusted it from my initial testing. Now here I'm simply going to substitute is null with is not null. So in other words, where I'm looking for null, I'm saying go and find me all the things that are empty, that are null. When I specify is not null, I'm looking for all the things that are not empty. They actually have something in the field. So in this case, let's do select star from category just to get the initial details and just find all the data. There's all the rows. We can see some null parent IDs up the top. And I can also do this, select star from category, where parent ID is null. This finds me all the null parent ID valued category rows. Now I'm going to find everything but null, which is new to this movie. And if I scroll down, I will find that there are no parent IDs that are empty. And obviously I can do the same thing where I pull the category and parent ID is not null. And I can also pull the same data, but without, well, I can pull the same rows, but without pulling the parent ID. The parent ID does not have to be included in the select list for the query to check it as part of the where clause. So here we just have category and name, but obviously we can't see whether the parent ID is null or not. And also we have the same issue with select star from show and where show date is null. This will find me the 2 rows. That's 149 and 115 in the venue IDs. Running this query here simply finds me all the shows that don't have null value show dates. And again, I'm going to take this information here, put it into the work file so you have it exactly as I've typed it in. And here we have another example which is somewhat trivial, if you like, but when we look at the category data, select star from, category is a primary key. It can't be null, it's not allowed. So if you look through all this data, you'll find that the category ID is always filled. So obviously if you say go and get category ID where it's null, you will get nothing. And obviously if you say where it's not null, you will get everything. That's the basis of using null in where clause expressions.